Okay, so welcome back, dear children. Like I told, in this sensitive topic, can you tell me what were the topics that we had discussed? Yes, it was malnutrition and and the children who do not get proper food to eat. Now over here, there are two examples. In this two example, there is one girl, Rashmi, who's 5 year old, but she looks as if she's just three. She has very thin arms and she has a pot belly. Now, pot belly is one of the sign of malnutrition. She often falls sick. She's tired and she cannot go to school regularly. She doesn't have the strength to play. Now, what about the food she eats? She hardly gets little rice or one roti in the whole day. See, dear children, it is necessary for us to consume little bit of calories. If we don't, our body will have no strength or energy to work. Over here on the right of my side, we have Kailash, who's 7 years of age, but he looks very older than his age. He's fat and flabby. He often experiences pain in his legs. Why? Because his body weight, उसका जो वजन है वो उसके पैरों पर ही ज़्यादा स्ट्रेंथ नहीं उसका पैर कैप्चर कर पाता, होल्ड नहीं कर पाता. He is not also very active. स्कूल भी बस से जाता है और बाकी टाइम sedentary lifestyle, just watching TV. So what is going to happen? He will be becoming fatter and he will be termed as an obese. Besides, his eyesight will also, it will ruin in the long run if he keeps watching TV for hours and hours continuously. The food, he doesn't like to eat homemade food. He eats junk food like burger and pizzas from the market. So, dear children, there should be a balance between what we eat. That is why it is told that we must follow a balanced diet. Now, over here, there are certain questions. I want you to answer one question. What do you understand by proper food? Come on, give me the answer for proper food. Proper food means a diet which has a balance of nutrition, proteins, so that our body will work properly and our body will have some energy to work. Besides, now here is one thing I want you to see um, in this recent chapter. We came to know about the different cuisines of different states. There was, some sweet dish. There was some sweet dish from Maharashtra. There was the signature dish from Orissa. So over here, if you talk with your elders and grandparents, you'll understand what type of food they ate and how much work they used to do. They were often confined with lots of physical activities. Why? Because back in those days, I don't think people had mixer grinder, blender, juicer, microwave oven, which helped them to, make their life easier. But as a result, we are becoming unhealthy day by day. Coming down here, proper food. Now, this is one serious problem. There are two children. One doesn't get proper food and one is overeating. So half of the children, in fact even the adults, a lot of people exercise to lose weight, whereas a lot of people walk miles and miles in search of food. So on the other hand, half of the population is walking and walking to lose weight in the form of exercising, whereas the half of the population is walking miles and miles, miles and miles just in search of some food. So these children, they wake up starving, they go to bed starving, and they struggle a lot. So, which no child should go through. Food is a basic right. So now this is your homework. What could be the reason that a child is not getting proper food? And why the child, has a poor diet? Or why the child is also overeating? Have you ever seen a godown where a lot of grains have been stored? So where are these grains stored? Now these are the final, how we have learned and what we have learned. Why can you not taste food properly when you have a cold? When we have cold, our nose gets blocked and we cannot sense, smell or taste. Thus, it becomes difficult to taste food properly. If we want to say digestion begins in the mouth, how we can say digestion begins in mouth? Because we have saliva. We have clearly discussed that saliva aids. That is, it helps us in breaking into smaller parts, and as a result, digestion starts from the mouth. Now, this is one case study we will be discussing. Gomti is 30 years of age. She is working very hard in the fields of rich farmer. She gets paid very little. She cannot even buy enough rice to feed her family. For some months, she gets no work. Then she eats leaves and roots from the jungle. The children of Gomti are very weak and always starving. And few years ago, her husband died of hunger. However, the rice grows in the Kalahandi district. Still, there are some people who are not given food, whereas the food are stored in huge godowns and are kept to rotten. Means वो खराब हो जाएगा, but the food isn't given to someone needy. How do you think you can balance this? Now, when you'll grow up, you can relate this with economics as well. Rich gets richer, poorer gets poorer. It is a big concept of economics. But here in environmental studies, how can you describe such a situation? Why do people die of hunger where there are so many godowns full of food? So, what do you think is the aspect required to buy food? Come on, give me the answer. Yes, that's money. So, what have we learned in this chapter? We have understood digestive system. What is the reason for a glucose drip? Eating food during regular intervals. Now see, my dear children, our chapter starts with an activity and ends with the lesson which we can use in our day-to-day life. You need to understand that malnutrition and starvation are man-made disaster. We must take an oath to never waste food. Whenever you feel like you want to waste food, think of these case studies that there are people who have no food. We must avoid overeating at all times. Not because there are people who want to eat a lot of food. It is because हमारा body फिर over healthy हो जाता है, हम fat हो जाते हैं, obese हो जाते हैं, energy level down हो जाता है. As a result, हम अनहेल्दी हो जाते हैं और ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम फिर बहुत सारे डिजीजेस आ जाते हैं लाइक डायबिटीज कार्डियोवैस्कुलर डिजीजेस एंड सो ऑन. Understand the role of your body and be thankful to it. How your body is helping in your digestion. How you can work on hydrating your body, drinking enough water. Avoid junk food, eat healthy food items, pray to God before eating food, and maintain your gratitude diary. Be thankful for what are the things you have, especially the things which your parents are giving you. So, with this, we finish with our chapter. I want you to answer the questions which I have asked. If you are able to answer, it means your concepts are crystal clear. If not, then watch the video once again. Take care. Goodbye. See you in the next video.